opinion in sports definitely counts. There is a discussion that we need to really have this evening, and it's a discussion surrounding the Manchester United Football Club. It's been in the news for all the wrong reasons, and they have been trending for the worst reasons ever. And in this uh, this segment, I delve into the matters surrounding Manchester United, and I'll go direct to the Man United dressing room, and I will just like to ask what is going on at Manchester United. Are we able to have this conversation about this team without fans getting angry or without anyone getting angry? And we're just looking at Ruben Amorim's comment, and he said in his own words, this is the worst Manchester United side ever. This is the worst Manchester United side ever. Perhaps these comments might not go well with some quarters. And by saying some quarters, I mean the players. Will there be an unrest in the dressing room of Ruben Amorim? Or will the players stand up and be counted? You know, such comments don't go well unless maybe we can say maybe the manager had maybe a previous conversation with the players. Maybe Ruben Amorim told his players, come on boys, come on lads, I'm going to the press conference, but I'm going to batter you, and I'm going to tell the press, you are the worst Manchester United team. Will this go well with some of the Manchester United players, some of the senior team players, and maybe it's time some of the players such as Maguire, who have been in the club, and maybe the captain Bruno Fernandes, they take up their roles in the team and guide this team to some proper leadership. Because these comments might not go on well with these young players. We can see the likes of Garnacho, Amad Diallo. He's been given a new contract. Maybe he might not be having that bitter feeling about these comments that the manager made, and maybe we're having maybe a dressing room problem. Will there be a fallout in the Manchester United dressing room? Will we see Amorim going toe to toe with his players? And in fact, this guy, when he came in at Manchester United, he said it is his idea or no idea at all. This is someone who is ready to stick by his words. And by this conversation, like he had with the media about the team being the worst team, that is what he sees and that is what he says. And it seems he is more like a truthful man. Whatever he sees, he speaks out his mind and he talks to the players. Now, coming out publicly and criticizing your players has not gone well with some of the managers in the history of football. Some managers have been there, they've criticized their players, and the players leave most of these managers under the bus. In most cases, it's the manager who gets the sack. Players never get the sack. They do get their salaries, they do play the way they want to play, and they go out. Bam! They go to other clubs. Are we looking at this scenario at Manchester United? Are we looking at a scenario where things are getting out of hand at Manchester United? You know, I'm trying to think Maybe the ownership of Ineos that really came in handy, and they really came in at a moment where the fans had really a go at the Glazers, and they really wanted this club like to be sold to a new ownership, and the Glazers let in Ineos to come in with their partnership. Sir Jim Ratcliffe needs to help this team to go to another level. If we need to perform in this league, the best league in the world, then there needs to be changes at Old Trafford. Because perhaps if we say managers are not performing well, today we hire Amorim, tomorrow we fire Amorim, we hire in another manager. Typically, the team will be going somewhat Chelsea style, where they bring in a manager, they fire the manager, they don't give managers time. So are we like kind of like not going to give like these managers chance to improve this team? Ruben Amorim, is he going to be given that time? And maybe in this January transfer window, most of the teams don't like make signings as usual. Most teams like to do signings in the summer so that they can have a pre-season with these newly signed players. Who is Ruben Amorim going to go in? And this is a very young manager coming off Lisbon, but with an idea. So the same ideology worked out for Lisbon. Is it going to work out for this Manchester United team? Okay, I'm looking at a player like Marcus Rashford, who has already fallen off the pecking orders of Ruben Amorim. Are we going to see some other players dropped, sold? Because if a manager comes out and says this is a worst team, that means the players are performing below expectations. Are we going to see new signings? What miracle is Amorim going to perform at Manchester United to convince you that this team is going to be? I can see Manchester United are fighting off relegation, just 10 points off relegation zone. Manchester United is 10 points clearly off the relegation zone. Is Manchester United a relegation candidate? And just looking at this team play, and maybe we have some things to say about this team when it plays. Um, we usually I don't know what I can say, but this team playing, even the midfield and everything, is just, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say, because now this team playing, it means we have to have the energy to play. But look at the midfield, we play like we being overrun by teams. Even Southampton just the other day overrun Manchester in the midfield. We don't have a midfield. We make some schoolboy defending errors. That's from the defense. Goalkeeping errors. So is Amorim justified by saying this is the worst Manchester United ever said to be seen in the English Premier League? Are we going to see things rolling at Manchester United, or it will be the same story for the same time? The obvious stories. Here at Prince Sports TV, we bring you the best news in football, breaking news in this transfer window, and we will be giving you news each and every time, and we'll be giving you all the analysis each and every day. And having this conversation around Amorim doesn't mean that maybe we're not going to talk about football. It's football, and remember as a fan, I always say at Prince Sports TV is where your opinion in football counts. And that has really been my time tonight. Have a great evening, and we hope Amorim takes charge and control of this team. Have a good night.